Hey guys, this is Kerry, and in this video we're going to be looking at the turtle package in Python. So the turtle package is based on this little robotic turtle, which you would give programming instructions to, and then following the instructions it would crawl around on the ground, drawing very cool, complex shapes. This robot was invented to teach coding to students by Seymour Papert. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the Python version of this, which is going to draw complex shapes on our screen. So the first thing that we're going to do is we need to import the turtle package. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a different kind of import statement, and that's going to allow us to avoid having to do something like, remember when we imported random? We had to do things like this. So every time we used a function from the random package, we had to preface it by saying go into the random package and use this function from it. Oops, and use this function from it. If we use a different kind of import statement, it will save us from having to type random dot or turtle dot each time. So the package, or the type of import statement we're going to use is we're going to say from this turtle package, import every function. So what this will do is it'll allow us to access all of these functions without having to type turtle dot whatever, turtle dot setx or turtle dot home. All right, so here we go. The first thing we're going to do when we use the turtle package is we need to create a new turtle. So we're going to have let's see, I'll name my turtle after my dog, so sky is equal to a new turtle. So throughout the year, I've been discouraging you guys from using uppercase variables. The reason why we have an uppercase function name here is this is a special symbol or signal in Python that this is a function called a constructor function. So what this does is it creates a new turtle named Sky. So an analogy for this is when you were born, a new human was created, and we stored that new human in the name, I don't know, for me, Carrie, and then that human did a whole bunch of things. All right, so we've created a new turtle. We stored that turtle in the name Sky. All right, so let's see what Sky can do. So sky.forward 100, sky.left 90, sky. Let me just copy and paste this a couple of times. All right, so let's see how this looks when we run it. Before we do that, actually, you'll notice that the syntax is you take the name of the turtle, Sky, and then you give that turtle directions. All right, let's see how this looks. Oops, I forgot to save this. Here we go. Oh. All right, we press enter, and you can see Sky crawling around doing all of these directions. So it's a little tricky to see because the window disappears at the end. So to prevent the window from disappearing, for turtle programs, we're always going to end with the function main loop. And what the function main loop does is it creates a loop that keeps that window open in the background so that it doesn't disappear. All right, it's a little bit congested on my screen, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this while we run it, and then maybe we can see more clearly Sky drawing each of those things. All right, so our window stays open because we have main loop. This locks up our terminal, so to get back to running the terminal fresh, you have to close this window, and now your prompt comes back. All right, so what else can you do with this? You can do a whole bunch of things. So instead we want Sky to draw a circle. We can do sky.circle, and then you have to put the radius of the circle here, so maybe 50. Let me do this a bunch of times. So 75, 100, 125, 150, and let me get rid of this code right here. All right, so let's minimize all of our windows and let's run it. So this guy draws each of these circles, and that's pretty cool. So there are a couple things that we can do to make this process a little bit more bearable and a little bit more interesting. Sky draws those pretty slowly. So one thing you can do is you can change Sky's speed. So you can do sky.speed and then put a number here. So 0 is the fastest speed. So let's see how that looks. So that one, he doesn't even look like he's drawing it. So if you wanted to, you could use sky.9, and that'd be pretty fast, but you could probably see Sky drawing it. Oh, it's not that fast. All right. I'm going to stick with sky.0 just because I don't want to spend too much video time watching the turtle actually draw these things. All right, so next up, let's see what we can do. We can do sky.shape. So the reason why this is called turtle graphics is the original shape for the thing that's drawing is a turtle. We can also change skies.color to any color we want, so I'll change it to blue. And we can also change skies.pen size to a number that's larger than the initial one of 1 pixel, so maybe 3 pixels. So let's save this. I'm going to rerun it. Wow. All right, it's a little too fast actually. Let me see if 1 is faster or slower. That's really slow, but we can watch him draw all these circles, so I'll stop this a little bit early. But you see he's a turtle now, thicker pen size, and blue color. All right, so the circles aren't very smooth here. I wonder why that is, but that must be how the program was implemented for circles. All right, so let's see, what else can we do with this? So we can actually create multiple turtles. So instead of just having Sky, we could have another turtle, maybe named Widget. So let's do Widget is a new turtle. Let's make Widget have some very similar properties. So widget.these. I'm going to delete these commands for Widget. And I'm going to do widget.circles. And I'm going to speed both Sky and Widget up to 9 and 9 here. And then let's see, I want widget circles to go downwards, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do widget.left 180. So widget is going to be facing the opposite direction from Sky. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh no, I want widget to be red. Sorry, excuse me. Widget will be red. All right, I'm going to get rid of this error message. All right, save it. Let's rerun the code here. All right, so we've got Sky drawing his circles. And then when he's done, let's see, Widget draws his circles, and it creates a pretty cool little picture. All right, so now we know how to make multiple turtles. We know how to change their colors. We know how to move them around. There's a whole bunch of other functions that you can use here. Circle, dot, I don't know. You can play around with these in class. Let's see. Let's do a couple more cool things. So one thing you can do is instead of just creating turtle objects, this background screen can actually be an object that you control as well. So let's do screen is equal to a new screen object. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the background color of that screen to whatever color we want, so maybe yellow. So let's see how this looks. And I'm going to speed up their animations so that each of the turtles moves instantaneously very fast. All right, so here we go. So now our background screen is yellow. Great, this is looking really primary colory and awesome. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to look at using loops here. So let's go back to having just Sky. So one thing that you can do is you can use loops to draw shapes. So I'm going to draw a star using Sky. So I'm going to say for a star, you're going to have 5 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to repeat an action 5 times. So I'm going to use this structure. So for x in range 5, that's going to repeat for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total cycles. What we're going to do is we're going to have sky.forward 100. And then we'll have sky.left. Let's see, is it 144? I think it is. So let's rerun the code. And Sky draws an upside down pentagram. It would be better maybe if Sky had had a different pen size, something thicker than the 1 pixel, so maybe, I don't know, 5 pixels, and maybe we'll make Sky have a red color, like this. Alright, so let's see how this looks, and I'll increase this to 150, and I'll do sky.speed 0. Alright, nice, perfect. So that's drawing 1 pentagram, and what we can do is we can have this process itself actually repeat a number of times. So what we can do is for x in range, I'm going to have Sky draw a ton of these, so let's see. I'll have him go from 0 to 360 in increments of 20. And then what I'm going to have Sky do is I'm going to have Sky dot turn, or Sky dot left 20 degrees each time through. So let's see how this looks. Oops. Oh, I forgot my colon at the end of that statement. So let me clear it and rerun it here. And so by repeating that, it creates a pretty cool snowflake shape. So of course, kind of your experience with geometry will dictate how easy coming up with cool functions here, or how easy it is to come up with cool functions here to create cool pictures here. But you can play around with this stuff and make some pretty cool diagrams. So I hope this was an interesting introduction to turtle graphics. We're going to continue working with this for a couple of days, and you'll see how a lot of the programming structures that we've learned, like for loops, methods, and importing packages, all come up in the context of creating these graphics. See you guys in class tomorrow.